Hey, hey everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be creating a piece of artwork that is a bit more graphic. It does contain a very bloody image. Now I wanted to touch base on the potential of graphic content in the future of this channel. I realized that I didn't talk very much about this before, but I did talk about how a lot of my artwork is representative of mental illnesses and emotions that I feel. And I tend to do artwork that is dark. I will have graphic content on this channel, and I apologize for that if that upsets you, but I'm not going to change the stuff that I create, because this channel is to represent me and to represent my artwork, and I want to share it with you guys. So I will hopefully be able to do segments such as this one in the beginning of each piece that has more of a graphic content that can cause triggers for those of you who also have mental illnesses. But nudity I do not plan on putting a graphic content for. That's just my personal preference. I don't see a naked body as something that should be hidden from the world in artwork. It is art, it is beauty, it is nature. So that's something that I'm not really going to censor or give like this little kind of disclaimer for. However, for many other things such as blood or any sexual content, which I don't really draw anyways, but anything that could cause a very intense trigger, I do plan on putting a disclaimer for. I mean, this channel is very representative of mental illness and mental struggles and so on and so forth, so I want to warn people that there is a potential trigger coming up in my videos. So, that being said, I will get right into it and start working on the art piece.
Alright, so now that I've gotten that graphic content disclaimer portion of the video out of the way, I want to talk about the piece itself. This was originally a sketch from my sketchbook, and it was originally a image of a female ripping the actual skin with her hands. And I decided when I transferred it over to the final paper that I was just going to get rid of the arms and hands because I didn't like how they looked. But I still feel as though it has the same expression of frustration and overwhelming stress as the original sketch did, and so I still feel like the expression and the emotion that I was attempting to convey was still executed fairly well. I wanted this piece to have a really strong emotional impact. I wanted for people to see it and just kind of stop for a second and stare, you know? It's something that has such an intense image, but it's also something that people can kind of relate to, you know? So there's not too much to really talk about this piece other than that. The process for creating this piece was fairly similar to my other pieces. I did use watercolors and started from light to dark. I also used the Uniball Signo broad pen to outline the figure to create a white outline to separate the woman from the background itself. So now I'm going to kind of move on to some kind of announcements that I have for you guys. I now have a Patreon account that I just launched. So there's different pledge tiers that you can basically say, I'm going to pay X amount of money to get the content that I offer. Now, a lot of people don't have very much to spend, and I totally get that. So I did make the very first tier a $1 a month tier. Basically, you subscribe to my Patreon account for $1 every single month, and it puts you into a print raffle. So as long as I have 10 people interested in this print raffle every single month, I will be raffling off a print and sending it to you in the mail if you are the winner. On top of that, this first month has already been chosen for you. However, you are able to vote in polls on Patreon to decide what you want the next print that would be available to be. So it's basically you vote for whichever print you want that's on the list of the poll, and if there is something that isn't on the poll that you would like to vote for, you can select an option that will be written in as other, in parentheses it'll say comment, and then you will comment on that poll, and in the comments you will be able to vote for whichever one that you want. So that's just a little bit of a fun thing that I wanted to add. There are other tiers on my Patreon account that you can also pledge to. I believe there's a $5 tier where, on top of being entered into a print raffle, you will be able to view some Patreon exclusive art streams. I'll only be doing these art streams if people do end up pledging the $5, so I'm not going to be doing art streams until people are interested. There's also some other higher level tiers that you can pledge to that will also offer Patreon exclusive videos that you can only find on my Patreon account, as well as some of the other ones are being able to have a print shipped to you, whether it's a small or medium print, and you can decide on which print you want. So yeah, that's just a little something that's new that I decided to try out. I wanted to have something really cheap and affordable for everyone, but also something that's really fun and kind of rewarding. So I figured a print raffle would be perfect for that, you know? So you spend $1 every month to have the potential to basically win one of my prints. And the next announcement that I have is that there is an up-and-coming commission and store sale. I plan on moving home in a couple of months, and I'm trying to save up for that. So that's where the commission sale comes in. I will be offering 15% off on all of my commissions that are ordered between March 1st and May 31st. This discount is to kind of help promote the fact that I am looking to get some extra money to cover the cost of moving. And then I also will have a store sale in my Store MV store that is also 15% off. There will be a discount code. I will post those on my other social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. And you will be able to get prints or even originals in my shop for 15% off. Now, the reason why I'm doing the discount code in my store is because I already have a stockpile of prints that are just waiting to be shipped out, and I don't want to move those prints as much as possible. So if I can get those shipped out and sent to customers and hung up on your wall before I have to move, that would be fantastic, and you would be doing me a huge favor. So yeah, those are just a couple of the fun things that are going on right now. In order to stay up to date on a lot of that kind of information, my Facebook page and my Instagram and my Twitter are the best places to be able to find that information. Twitter less often than the others, but I'm working on it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave any questions, comments, or suggestions down in the comments below. If you like what you see, and if you aren't subscribed already, feel free to hit that subscribe button because I post new videos every Friday. See you guys next week!